Okay, recently we learned that with different rocks and minerals that we can identify certain rocks and minerals depending on different properties that they have. So, what I want you guys to do right now is talk within your group and see how many different rock and mineral properties or things that you can test that you can come up with, things that we talked about in yesterday's lesson. And I'm going to give you 1 minute to do this, all right? Miles, what are we going to do? Shh, hold on. Miles, what are we going to do?
We're going to identify, like...
Different ways that we... Different ways to identify rocks, okay, different properties. How much time do we have?
1 minute.
1 minute, okay, go. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of good ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around just to give every group a chance to name one of these. Okay, we're going to start up on the front. Give me one thing. Okay, whether or not it is magnetic. Very good. Which one? Texture. The texture. It could be very bumpy and rough, or it could be very smooth. Give me another one.
Streak.
The streak. Okay, the streak is more of a test of the color of the what part of the rock? Or the inside. Very good. The luster. What's luster mean? How shiny it is. How shiny or how dull colored it is. Hardness. Very good. We learned yesterday there was a certain scale. Do you remember what that scale was called? Everybody. Mohs scale. And its numbers were what through what? 1 through 10. And what was the hardest? Diamond. And its number was a 10. Very good. And then the soft number is a 1 in there. Very good. Okay. Talc was softest. Very good. Okay. So who said hardness? Was it your group? Your group said hardness. Give me another one.
Density.
Density. What's density mean? How? Well, it's how tightly those particles are packed together, and the tighter they are, the heavier it's going to be, right? Okay, very good. Density. Well, the shape, yes and no. There are certain rocks that are going to have a strange shape, and it might kind of be a giveaway. It's kind of like looking at the outside color of it. You know, it's not a really good property we can count on, but yet some minerals will be a goofy shape. Okay? Color on the outside again. Sometimes, what's the problem with the color of the outside of a rock? What's the problem with that?
Might not always be the actual color.
Might not be the actual color. And why would the outside of a rock be a different color than the inside? Yes, Gideon?
The oxygen is touching.
Okay, a lot of different minerals react to oxygen, and oxygen will make it turn a different color on the outside. Excellent. You guys have any other ones? We're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty here. No other ones? No other ones? Did we say streak? Yes, I thought we said streak. Okay. How about you guys? Are we about done? Any other ones? Okay, I think that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give everybody a rock testing kit. Okay? And so we're going to actually explore these different properties. Okay? Inside each kit, I'm going to go through what you're going to see and how to use them. Okay, inside each piece is a piece of glass. Inside each packet is a piece of glass. Now the glass, the way you use it is you lay it flat on the table. And you scratch your rock against the glass. Now what you're going to find is if your mineral is very hard, it will scratch a groove into the glass. What you may want to do after you scratch it though is wipe on it, because what we found is there are some minerals that will leave a line on the glass that will wipe off. It didn't really scratch into the glass. Okay? So again, make sure it lays flat. Question?
So, how do we know if it makes a straight
If it'll make a groove or a scratch into the glass. Okay, that means it's somewhat hard, yes. You're going to have 2 of these streak plates. Why do you think there's a white and a black one? Why is there a white and a black one, Braylon? Brayden?
One streak could be white.
Okay. A white won't show up on a white plate, will it? Same for a dark. Okay, and so depending on what color streak that you're getting, you want to try both of these. Okay. You're going to see a little dropper. This has vinegar in it. Now, when I open this up, the end of it is open. Okay? It'd be nice if there's a little hole in the end of this. I've had people in the past go to use this and they leave it open and then they knock it over and then there's vinegar all over the table. There's vinegar in here. The way you use this is with this dropper, go ahead and suck up just a little bit of vinegar and then do one drop. I don't need a whole dropper full. One drop on the rock. You may want to have your magnifying glass ready because that might help you see the bubbles a little bit easier. Okay? This is another property that we didn't write down. You're going to see how chemically reactive your mineral is to vinegar. And with some certain minerals, vinegar will bubble up. Okay? Not all of them, but some of them. Okay? There's a little magnet in each one. And there is a nail in each one. Okay? What I suggest that you guys do is for each mineral, have one person do one sort of a test. 4 people should not be scratching on it. How much of that rock is going to be left at the end of the day if all 4 people are scratching on it? Not much. So have one person do the scratch. Have one person do the magnet. One person do the vinegar. Things like so. Go ahead and rotate. Another person do the streak. Another person do the scratch. Everybody doesn't need to do every test here. Okay? And then when we're done, actually here's something else I'm going to do. I'm going to give everybody a chart. Okay? And you can have one writer unless you guys really want to take turns. I will tell you the name of the mineral. You will write that in. And then you will write what color it is. Is it shiny like a metal? So that would be like the luster part of it. What's the plate or the streak test? What color is that? Doing the scratch test with a glass. Did it scratch glass or not? Is it heavy? In other words, is it dense? Very good. Does it have a flat surface? Now some have very flat surfaces. Really obvious flat surfaces like this. Okay. And some don't. And if you pick it, does it break? So there's lots of different things we can write on here. Okay. And there might be some other tests that we're able to do that aren't even on here. For example, doing the chemically reactive with vinegar. Okay, question?
Do we just put a check mark or an X if we want?
You can put yes or no if you want, or you can actually write like a color or... when it comes to hardness, I would say it's either hard, it's soft, or it's somewhere in the middle. But we're not going to actually do the numbers because we can't test it against each and every mineral.
Is it okay
If, hold on, we have a question over here. One voice.
Is it okay, like if your rock is so soft and you accidentally break it, is that okay?
Well, just be careful with it. If you notice right away a bunch flakes off, don't keep breaking a bunch of it off. So, yeah, we need to save some of these. Okay? So I'm going to start by passing out the charts. Okay, everybody has our kits passed out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a mineral. The first mineral we're going to deal with today is hornblende. Hornblende is the first mineral. So go ahead and write down hornblende, H-O-R-N. Go ahead and write this down at number 1, H-O-R-N-B-L-E-N-D-E. Hornblende.
What's the color? It's the color
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I'm going to give everybody 3 minutes per mineral. Go.
Plate test. Plate test. Okay, so it's the black one. Use the blue. This
surface?
Yes.
Guys, where's the rock? I need to test it in here.
If you pick it, does it break?
One second.
It doesn't.
You have to just scratch
Okay, we're about halfway done. You have a minute and a half left.
It's like sort of white. Black and white.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So what would we write?
It's up to you. What do you want to write?
Answer varies.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Scratch test. Will it rub away or not?
Yeah, it's there.
No, it'll rub away.
No, it's there. It's there. I can see it. It's there.
What the question is, will it wipe off? Is it will? I just don't want to.
It's on there. I see it. See what?
Make sure when you're not using the vinegar, you screw the lid back on it, guys.
I'm just gonna put. Wait, look.
20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Horn blend.
Let's organize this. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it this time.
I'll do the street test.
Okay, time's up. Go ahead and have a seat. I want you to put your kit tools down. And let's go property by property here. What is the outside color of hornblende? Mostly black. Some white. Some white. Some black, some white. Is it shiny like a metal?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Okay, it does have a little bit of shine. Okay. On the plate test on the street, what did you find?
Answer varies.
I like what this group had. The answer varies. Against a black plate, it's white, but against a white plate, so yeah, whether it's a gray color, but yeah, it's kind of strange the way it does that. Okay, next thing. Was it able to scratch glass? You thought it wiped off? Okay. Is it heavy? Is it dense? We really haven't dealt with too many rocks yet to be able to compare, okay? It's somewhat dense. It's not super light, but yet it's not super heavy. Flat surfaces? Not really. A little bit, not really. Okay? It doesn't seem really round though, does it? It seems to be very edgy. If you pick it, did some of it break off? Not at all? So it wouldn't scratch glass, but yet it was hard enough you couldn't pick anything off of it. You pick some off? You're scratched glass. Okay, so if you were to put this on the scale from a 1 to a 10, if you had to guess, 1 being soft, 10 being really, really hard, where would you put this at?
4.
Maybe even a little bit harder than that, okay? Because if you couldn't pick anything off with a nail, I would say it's pretty strong. Okay? All right, very good.